Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and good things come to those who wait. And despite the late hour, I am grateful for the opportunity to champion an issue of real strategic importance to Bletchley, namely the case for a new eastern entrance to our railway station, creating a direct and welcoming connection to our town centre that local people have waited far too long to see. Madam Deputy Speaker, this is more than just bricks and mortar. We need to strengthen our transport infrastructure and give Bletchley a modern shop window through which we can welcome visitors, businesses, investors, and ultimately opportunities from across the UK and beyond. Now, may I first start by thanking the Minister and our right honourable friend, the Secretary of State for Transport, and actually the Rail Minister from the other place, Lord Hendy, with whom I met earlier this afternoon, for their constructive engagement on this matter over the past 6 months. The Minister and his officials have taken the time to listen to us carefully, examine the evidence, and understand the significance of this project, not just for Bletchley, but for Milton Keynes more widely. I know that his department shares the belief that transport investment must go hand in hand with revitalising our communities. Madam Deputy Speaker, Bletchley is an incredibly proud town. From the wartime codebreakers at Bletchley Park to its foundational role in building the new town, now the modern city of Milton Keynes, it has played an extraordinary and pivotal part in our national story. Yet, while Milton Keynes has become one of the UK's most dynamic cities and dynamic economies, Bletchley has not always shared fully in that success. And as the city has expanded northwards, the town in itself, that helped build it, was too often left behind. That was not just because of a lack of ambition or resilience. Walk through any neighbourhood in Bletchley, from the Lakes Estate to Newton Lees to Fenny Stratford or the Links Estate. You'll find that our town is home to strong, hard-working communities. But for too long, too many high-quality and high-skilled jobs have clustered elsewhere. Now, that's not to diminish the importance of Bletchley's core economic sectors, from logistics to retail and manufacturing, which employ many local residents and play a vital role in keeping our town and city running. Rather, it's to recognise that they represent only part of Bletchley's potential. In technology, in artificial intelligence and space-related industries, Bletchley has the potential to align directly with this government's industrial strategy and growth mission. And some have already seen this potential, from Starship Technologies to Envisits, Carno, Engines and Pulsar Fusion. These are just 4 of the high-growth, innovative firms that are calling Bletchley home. But I want our town to be much more than that. And that's why I launched our Bletchley Investment Task Force last April, to begin the process of attracting that new investment, new businesses, new jobs and apprenticeships which local people can benefit from. Yet to unlock that potential in full, we need to start with how people arrive in our town. The current station at Bletchley quite literally turns its back on the town's centre. Passengers exit to the west, into a car park with no sight line to Queensway or the town centre. And reaching it requires navigating an indirect, unwelcoming route through an underpass, across a roundabout, because we are in Milton Keynes, and along narrow walkways. It is cumbersome, inaccessible for many, particularly those with disabilities, and it is simply unfit for a growing transportation hub of growing national significance. What should be a gateway instead acts as a barrier, and that is why an eastern entrance is so important. This is not just a cosmetic change, it is a practical shift rooted in connectivity, regeneration and identity. A new eastern entrance facing the town would deliver, I believe, 3 clear benefits. First, it would reconnect the station with the town centre, linking directly to the high street and our bus station, increasing footfall and supporting local businesses. It would make the town work better for residents and commuters alike by shortening walking distances, improving accessibility and encouraging greater use of public transport. Second, It would enable Bletchley to unlock early-stage investment in our town centre, particularly the Brunel Centre, but also the old fire station site and other pieces of residential and industrial land located near the station, which otherwise may stall, as well as other forms of private and public investment key for Bletchley's future. And third, it would help create the proper gateway that Bletchley deserves, a modern, welcoming arrival point, especially for those visiting Bletchley Park and the National Museum of Computing just a few moments away, and which acknowledges Bletchley's pride in its past, but reflects Bletchley's renewed ambition for the future.